or do you love? I think you love. Hi YouTube, it's your girl Zaribarbi, and today I'm here to give y'all a Painted by Esther makeup tutorial. But I'm doing this tutorial because I did a tutorial on Instagram, but obviously when you film videos on Instagram or like for Instagram Reels, the videos are not landscape. And I wanted to film a tutorial for y'all, so I had to refilm it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I honestly just finished cooking. I am so tired, but I have to do this tutorial for y'all because I love y'all. So yeah, there's that. For skin prep, I'm using the I'm using the Heartleaf AHA BHA toner pads by Jibouge. But I love these toner pads in general just for my skincare. And I liked how my makeup turned out the first time when I used these, so this is gonna be my first step in skincare. And of course, the brows are already done per usual. I like to do my brows off camera because I feel like I could just focus a little bit better, not on camera. I want to do like a separate video. I feel like I've already done a couple brow tutorials, so I'm kind of trying to move away from that, but I don't know. I might do another one. Anyways, after I let that dry down a little bit, I go in with my Danessa Myricks Barrier Boost. I'm not gonna use much more than this. She has like the perfect skin prep for your makeup. Like her whole kit, I love it. It just, your makeup, you can't do any wrong when you put this lineup on. If I was going somewhere, I would go in with the water powder serum after, just in like my T-zone areas, like areas that I get kind of oily, greasy. But I'm not gonna do that today because I'm not going anywhere. It's like 3 in the morning and I got off work like 3 hours ago. So yeah, for my base, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I like to go in with something that's a little bit deeper than my natural skin tone. Or the shade match is not even bad in person at all. I like to go in with something that's just a slight shade darker than me, because I feel like when I don't, the rest of my face is like, my whole face is highlighted, and I just want my my under eyes to be highlighted, especially with this look. So like if I'm putting on foundation, I'm always gonna put on something that's a little bit deeper on my forehead, just to give myself a little bit of a leeway, I guess you could say. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever foundation in the shade 1K01. And when I do my foundation these days, I kind of just spot treat any areas that I need. I didn't want too much of a heavy look, even though like I don't believe that foundation is necessarily heavy. I think it matters how you blend it, or like, you know. But for this look in particular, I didn't feel it necessary to like put on a lot of foundation either. And to blend it out, I just use my Real Techniques buffing brush just to soften and to even out my skin tone. I got like 2 new additions to my face right now. Y'all know how I get when you're on your cycle and you just start getting bumps. Like, I almost made it through my whole cycle without getting a single bump. I'll try not to even speak on it because it's probably last been the time, but it's already there, so there's that. For a contour, I'm going in with my e.l.f. contour wand in the shade medium 10, and I'm double contouring for this look. I didn't use this contour for my initial look that I posted on Instagram, but I do want to kind of add a little bit more depth because I don't feel like this shade is deep enough for me. So I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match in the shade N9, And I feel like this adds a layer of like depth more than, or just adds a little bit more color that I feel like is necessary for this look. Like, I'm going in with this very fluffy brush to blend out my bronzer, just to keep that product where I put it. And it is like, I feel like this bronzer combination, I've never used both of these at the same time, but this is pretty. And I feel like it adds, like, using both adds a layer of something that's needed. I don't know. But I'm buffing it in, keeping it mainly in place. I'm just taking my time. Y'all, this look was so cute. If you didn't see the Instagram, you need to go look at my Instagram, Zaribarbi. I am so low energy right now, y'all. I am so sleepy. Like, I don't want to say I'm sleepy because I'm not necessarily sleepy. I could go to sleep, but I'm really just ready to wind down. I wanted to get this video out for y'all because I felt like this girl, she DM'd me and was talking about how like my tutorials really help her and whatnot. And so I was just like, dang, let me put out this tutorial on my YouTube because maybe she want to do this look this weekend. Maybe you want to do this look this weekend. Like, I don't know, girl. And I'm just taking what's left over and I'm just going to dust my jawline with it. Y'all, I'm so excited because I have like a little friend date. I'm going to get my toes done. And I do not have no friends out here. Ever since we moved to, I don't have no friends at home neither. But ever since we moved to Texas, it just be me and my wife. And we be really to ourselves because nobody really be messing with us. I don't know why. The blush shades that I used for this look were Coming in Hot Pink and Pinky Promise by e.l.f. And I just mixed both of them together to get like a super rich pinky shade. And I'm taking this very dense fluffy brush and I'm just gonna start applying this on the outside of my cheek. And Esther, she said to really warm this product up on your brush. I didn't really warm it up on my face as much as I could have. I didn't really warm it up as much on my hand as I could have, but I'm definitely gonna take my time and disperse the product on my cheeks. And I'm gonna move on to the other side and do the same thing. This technique requires like, I don't want to say a lot of blush because it really doesn't, but you gotta really, I don't know. The product has to be on. Like, you can't just tap a little 1-2 and think that it's all fine and dandy. Like, you actually have to put the product on. And when I did this, I accidentally kind of like brought it lower than I normally would have. But it kind of worked out because I was going for like a more glasses friendly look. And I also kind of corrected it a little bit. I don't know. Okay, once we looking kind of overly blushed, that's when I go in with my concealer. This is per her technique, okay? And she actually conceals in like almost all the same places that I conceal. I don't think that she conceals on the outer edge of the eye, but I do. So I just put my concealer in the normal spots that I would normally put it. One of the main things that I feel like she does differently is that she blends out her concealer with a powder puff instead of a brush, which I am a brush girl. Like, I will always forever go brush, and if I feel like I need to, I'll do like a sponge pass. But this was a very seamless transition, so I'm not mad at it at all. And I actually might start blending out my concealer with like a powder puff because I kind of really liked how this looked. This is the Estee Lauder concealer, and I forgot to tell y'all the concealer shade. It is 4C in the double wear, and this is like the perfect matchup with my L'Oreal or my LA Pro Girl concealer. And I'm just blending it out everywhere. I don't know if I put too much blush on or what, but I do feel like I need a little bit more coverage, like right in the center. I feel like the concealer kind of took over right here. And then for my powder, I'm going in my Huda Beauty Easy Bake. And she specifically taps the powder area, and we are following her directions to a T. So I'm going to tap the powder in my hand, and then I'm going to, I should have looked up prior to actually tapping this out. I'm just going to tap off a lot of powder, and then I'm going to go in and set my under eye. I don't know if last time when I did this that I set with my, I don't know if I set with my translucent Revolution powder or if I did it with my Huda Easy Bake, but either way it goes. After that, I'm going in with my Juvia's Place Volume 4 palette, of course. And I'm starting with the darker shade first. And I'm just going to start fanning out that color. Doing circular motions on the outer edge of my face. And I do both sides at the same time. Normally when I do my blush, I do one side and then the other side. But with this technique, I do both sides at the same time because I don't want them to be like super uneven or anything. I want them to look like twins, you know? I'm just working that in. And then I'm going in with the lighter shade. And I'm just gonna sweep that on like the apples of my cheeks. And kind of blending it out to the darker pink. Y'all see the difference? Esther was on to something. This just creates like a super dimensional look. Like the blush is like, I love this technique. Like, I forgot that I also ended up doing like a little 1-2 on the eyes. So I just ended up taking a little bit of the L'Oreal 24-Hour Wear Concealer. What shade is this? This is shade Caramel 400. And I just use this to kind of prime my eyes to put on. bit of color. And I just take a beauty blender just to kind of flatten out that product. I like beauty blenders when I like to pick up more product. Like, you always use a beauty blender if you need to pick something up. Like, because that was just a little bit too much. But that is what I use to prime my lid. And then I just went in with my MAC Mineralized Blush in the shade Dainty. And I just kind of swept that on my inner corner. Just to give like a open eye look. Just like Esther does. I don't want to say just like, because my girl got the magic touch. But I just wanted to try to give a little bit more painted by Esther, you know? And I also swept this on my brow bone. Just to give a little bit more depth. You kind of got to pack this product to get that payoff. Because it's more like a highlighter. I don't know if this is supposed to be a highlighter. No, this is mineralized blush, but it gives me highlighter. So I'm going to just go down my nose. And on like the button of my nose. And I also ended up putting some like right on the inner edge of my cheekbone to give like a little highlight effect. And then I'm taking my Physicians Formula bronzer. That was a lot. And I'm just going to accentuate what I already got put down for my bronzer. This is a lot of product. This is not what Esther said to do. I'm going to just be completely honest. But I have to rebronze my face. Even if it's just a little. For finishing touches, I'm going to tightline with just a black eyeliner. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes before I put on mascara. And I'm going in with the Essence Lash Princess. Y'all, this mascara is so good. I feel like I'm easily influenced by like any mascara because not really though. I low-key will say any mascara is good, but I do like this mascara. Like, it was only like $8. I got it at the Ulta, like in like the little bins before you get to checkout. And I was like, ooh, $8. It was like $9 for a 2-pack. Of course, I need that. And then I just did my top lashes. You could do like a little half lash if that's your prerogative. But my whole point in doing this look was like for it to be glasses friendly. To put my glasses on after. So because typically when I'm wearing makeup, seeing is optional. Y'all, this is some great mascara. Like one coat. I'm actually so excited to do this lip. Whoa, y'all, I am so used to putting on. I am so used to putting on my cork. I forgot. I used this Burgundy Ruby Kisses lip pencil. And then I went in with my MAC satin lipstick in the shade Cream Cut. At first, I was not liking this lipstick, y'all. I bought this as a different addition to my cork lip combo. But I ended up, it's not really different. It's really the same thing as what I normally do with my fortune cookie, just a little bit lighter. But I ended up keeping it, and I'm glad I did because this lip combo is so cute. Next, I'm going in with Princess Cut and the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. We look crazy right now, but trust the process because then I'm going over it with Honey Talks. And y'all know Honey Talks calms everything down. It brings anything together. And I ran out of liquid eyeliner, so this is what I did. Juicy. We love her. Super cute. I love this look. Like, I feel like y'all don't understand how much I love it. And this is the final look. Is it giving Painted by Esther? Y'all can let me know. Be honest. If it's not, let me know. I feel like it's Painted by Esther. Hold on. Let's see if it's glasses approved once again, because we already know it is, but oh, this is, y'all, I love this look. Like, it is so like summery, fun vibe. Like, I love it. It is so pretty. I actually never used the dark pink in my Juvia's Place palette, but for this look, I would. And then the lip. Like, the lip is just so yummy. But anyways, this is the final product. I feel like I did my makeup so quick. I never do my makeup this quick. Probably because I'm sleepy. But the tutorial did not, it did justice, and it was a little bit more in-depth. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you're not using the Juvia's Place Volume 4 palette, what is your favorite blush palette right now? Because the Volume 4 palette is definitely my favorite. Like, she is chef's kiss. And yeah, thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.